Manger là, et viennent à manger là. Le tellement badé là, le moto, même si après, même si à manger là, c'est qu'elle a perdu un peu de moto. Les vidéos là, regardez dans le badé là, monsieur a déchiré là, il s'est fait manger moi, comme ça. Il s'est bon bien connu. Monsieur bien bon connu. Il y a pas de caca comme ça.
Oh my.
Fucking brother, bitch! Hey, what's your problem?
What's the problem? What's... Oh, nigga. Nigga, he tripping. Oh, he tripping. Nigga, he tripping. Why they tripping like that? Oh my God. He's spooked. He's spooked. Nigga, he's spooked. Nigga, he's spooked. Oh. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Nigga, them hurt, nigga. What the fuck? That nigga leaking too. Him right here. Oh shit, nigga.
In 1872, Rockefeller bought up, shut down, or bankrupt 90% of the oil companies. Our good old Constitution came into place, and in 1911, the Supreme Court found Rockefeller in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act and split Standard Oil into 34 independent companies, so they said, you can't have the monopoly on this, you're done. You think that changed who he was? No. He promised to bankrupt America. At that very same time, they were learning how to turn petrochemicals, exactly what he had at his fingertips with the oil, into pharmaceuticals. Now, John D. Rockefeller's biggest threat was natural health. So what does he do? Being the businessman he is, he donates money to the medical schools because he wants to control. And what do you do when you want to control someone? You give him money. And then he hired a guy by the name of Flexner to study the school's curriculum, to figure out what they were teaching everybody, and to persuade the government to establish allopathic medicine, which used the unnatural substances to treat diseases. This is how Western medicine was founded.
No, I seriously think about this every single day, and I'm sorry if I sound stupid. If somebody has $500 and they've already paid taxes on it, and they give it to me, so now just because it goes from them to me, I also have to pay taxes on it, even though they just did. And then not only that, but anytime I spend one of those $500, I'm going to also pay another tax fee on whatever item I'm buying. And then whoever I bought the item from will have to pay taxes on the money they just earned from what I bought. So, like, so every single dollar, like, if $1 is 100 cents, hold on, just forget it.
The solution. Every study published in the last 5 years, when you look at vaccine refusers, I'm not talking about, well, hesitants, most of them we can talk into coming to terms, but refusers. We'll just get rid of all the whites in the United States. We'll just get rid of all the whites in the United States. We'll just get rid of all the whites in the United States.
My మన బలం నాగార్జున సిమెంట్ నమ్మకం నాగార్జున సిమెంట్ ప్రతి నిర్మాణం నాణ్యతగా నిలిచే
నాగార్జున సిమెంట్ ప్రతి సౌదంలో మనగాడై నిలుస్తుంది.
Chemtrail. Trails left by aircraft are actually chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed at high altitudes for a purpose undisclosed to the general public in clandestine programs directed by government officials.
He just got scanned, guys. He just got scanned. Reporting right here, right now, guys. February 2024. Sometime of the month. Everything here is getting scanned up, guys.
My culture, I mean, my culture is Celt, really. And we do retain quite a bit of that in Ireland. And also the Scots and the Welsh. We do have a sort of unique character as a people, and thank God for that. But even our countries now have been so multiculturalized that we're losing. We are losing massively, like, our identity. And this is the object of the enemies, the ones who are doing this to my family in Gaza. If Jesus were here today and he referred to the people committing genocide today as he did 2,000 years ago, if he were in Germany, he would be in jail for anti-Semitism. Because if I quote him, I'm simply quoting a verse from the Bible when he referred to the money changers as the synagogue of Satan. Is the truth anti-Semitic? Is this video going to get pulled because of what I'm saying being a lie or hateful or hate speech or any of these things? Or is the truth anti-Semitic? Think about that. What might I be able to say that would get me banned? Would I be able to say anything about, say, for instance, that thing? Remember that thing? Remember that? Remember COVID? Can I even say that? Unless I say it and Dr. Fauci is right and we should worship the science. And is the truth anti-Semitic? It is. It is. It absolutely is. I have also been seeing other people seeing truths. I've talked about the Bolsheviks. I've also talked about the Weimar Republic. And why is the Weimar Republic of Germany so important when Judea declared war on Germany? Well, because inflation was so through the roof that a wheelbarrow of Deutschmarks would get you a loaf of bread. Now, imagine having to have a wheelbarrow of dollars or pounds or euros just to stand in line for hours to get a loaf of bread. Literally. This is where we're going, and it's all instigated by those who control finance. We have booms, we have busts. We have the Celtic Tiger in Ireland. Remember that? The Irish do. The money supply was inflated at low interest. Everybody took loans, bought homes, and then they cut the money supply, increased interest rates, which made the mortgage payments too high, which meant with the payments. And guess who got the home after the payments weren't made? The banks. The banks, the ones who loaned out the money, inflated the money supply, who then pulled back the money supply and then increased the interest rates. What is usury? Do you know there was a guy in Germany, he actually outlawed usury? Did you know that? No, you wouldn't know that because just an evil guy, I think, right? That's what we're told, yeah. Who told you your history? Who tells you your history? Who controls the media? Who owns Hollywood? Who am I not allowed to even say, just flat out, like facts? Like, why am I doing this little tap dance? Why am I only asking questions? What is the problem? Why can't we talk directly about the problem? Why? Why? Is 1984 a book or is it reality? I swore that I would seek truth, that I would follow the words of Jesus, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Nothing else will set you free. Lies will never set you free. Money will not set you free. Only a pure heart and seeking truth and being honest about the world that you see and the person looking you in the mirror. Honesty, truth. And believe you me, the truth hurts. Meanwhile, if you live in the UK, if you live in Canada, you live in Australia, you live in the United States, you live anywhere in Europe, you live in Ireland, your taxes are going to drop bombs and give cover for the Jewish state of Israel with that star of Remphan, a satanic symbol. We in the West are paying for that genocide. Flat out, truth, uncensored, in your face. It is what it is. I am leaving the West. I am leaving. If they don't fucking kill me or imprison me first, I'm leaving. I'm done. I want no 1 penny of my money going to pay for this genocide and corruption. It is disgusting. It is shameful. It is something that we will face when we meet our maker, our judge. And I look forward to meeting him and hearing everything I did wrong and seeing just how much more I could have done. But in the meantime, I will do my best to fight this enemy, which is all of our enemies, who serves the opposite of God, the fallen angel known as Satan. Fact.
It's very clear that the Jews want to exterminate the European race. Richard Coudenhove Kalergi, who is the father of the European Union and who was funded by the Jewish bankers Rothschild and Warburg. Now, this man wrote a book called Praktischer Idealismus in 1925, in which he stated that the Jews are a master race and that the Jews can only assume the throne, rule over the world, by weakening the European race, and that the means to weakening the European race would be to dissolve all the European nations, destroy all their cultural heritage and their national traditions, and replace that with the European Union, and then to invite in Africans, Middle Easterners, and Asians to dilute the blood of Europeans through miscegenation to the point where they became a degenerate mixed race. And then at that point, these people would no longer have any sense of nationhood, and the ancient Jewish messianic prophecies of world rule out of Jerusalem, with Jews maintaining their nationhood and their national status, it would fulfill the Jewish messianic prophecies that the Jews could then rule the world. And this was completely in line with what Nikolai had written in 1917 and has manifested itself recently with the invasion of immigrants from Africa, from the Middle East, and from Asia into Europe, America, and Australia. And they are deliberately setting about to genocide the white race and destroy all sense of nationhood and of national heritage and national culture in each of our nations.
You know you're bad news when even the Chinese are awake to the eternal Jewish mischief and menace. This Chinese man details the crimes, roguery, and devilry of the Jews in Germany and before that in China. The British gave the opium trade franchise to the Jewish Sassoon family, who addicted the Chinese to opium to extract payment in silver. In return, the British used the silver to pay the Chinese requirement of payment in silver for the goods the British coveted. The Chinese wanted nothing from the British, and therefore it was largely a one-way trade until opium was sold to the Chinese to addict the population. Jews were drug dealers. They set up banks and seized Hong Kong to spread the money through the British Empire. The British sent gunboats to seize Shanghai as a trading zone, and so begun the Chinese century of humiliation. It was a Jewish humiliation. The Chinese are awake to the Jews and their mischief. Now see and read this Chinese man's lamentous tale of what the Jews have been doing to humanity since time immemorial. We should thank the Jews' most recent inhumanity in Gaza for reawakening the world once again to the demonic Jews. Sadly, the Palestinians are paying the price for our reawakening. The least we can do is speak up for them and name the Jews. Forget the euphemism of Zionists, Khazarians, Talmudic Babylonians, Hebrews, and other names to give Jews a free pass. Name the Jews. Don't be afraid to call them out by name. Jesus did by their actions.
永远不要相信犹太人说的话。有人只告诉你，在德国人的怒火下，犹太人付出了巨大的代价，他们足足锐减了600万人口，却故意不告诉你犹太人对德国人做了哪些事。 历史上，犹太人一直是居无定所，没有国家愿意接纳他们。但是善良的德国接纳了他们。可是犹太人非但不感恩，反而是选择了背叛和落井下石。来到德国之后，犹太人凭借超高的经商天赋，很快掌握了德国一半的经济命脉。当时德国两线作战，国力吃紧，可富得流油的犹太人非但不帮忙，反而大肆囤积粮食和药物，哄抬物价，大发国难财。而且他们还强行发行货币，利用经济手段收割德国民众手里的财富，把德国经济搞得乌烟瘴气。德国民众穷得吃不上饭，可犹太人非但不救济他们，反而宁愿把面包扔掉也不降价。德国人没钱生活，他们就放贷，榨干德国人最后一丝价值。此时，德国人对犹太人的愤怒已经到达了前所未有的地步。有人告诉你，犹太人很感激那个时期中国收留他们，可是没有人告诉你，他们对我们犯下的罪行比对德国人犯下的罪行还要严重得多。1840年，英国人用坚船利炮撞开了我们的国门，其中藏得最深的幕后黑手就是犹太人。他们鼓动英国，然后趁火打劫，他们还支持日军，甚至还试图割据东三省。他们在上海投机倒把，大肆囤积物品，破坏民生。在1915年，犹太人洛克菲勒家族来到中国，对中医展开了一系列的措施，试图让西医占据市场。他们开办西医医院，免费教我们学习西医，但是学习西医的人必须终生放弃中医，并且抨击中医。他们买通军阀，从所谓的科学角度否定了中医的阴阳五行体系，直接把中医定义为伪科学。现在来看，犹太人成功了，现在遍地都是西医院和西药药店，这些都是扎堆出现，中医馆、中药店寥寥无几。最可悲的是，非常多的国人都认为中医、中药是伪科学，是无效的。
My husband owns a gun shop, and he just called me to tell me that the ATF has made updates to their background check policy, and effective today, they give an exemption to illegal immigrants to be able to purchase firearms. Now, this strangely coincides with California, New York, and Chicago making it legal for illegals to be police officers. Tell me our government isn't about to pull some shenanigans.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it. And I very likely could get demonetized and kicked off the internet, but I'm not invested in protecting your guys' fucking feelings anymore. Every single time I hop online talking about how our food is not nutritious and it's poison, it's giving us cancer and diabetes. Every time I talk about how Big Pharma is more invested into turning us into repeat customers than actually caring for its fucking patients. Every time I talk about the facts that we are overtaxed to maintain an industrial military complex and eliminate the working class fucking American. Every time I remind y'all you're paying into Social Security you can't fucking use. You're paying into Medicaid that you can't use to still pay for fucking healthcare, to still pay thousands of dollars in deductibles. You pay an income tax, to pay a sales tax, to pay a property tax on shit you fucking own. We are taxed on taxed on taxed and taxed. And every time I remind you guys of this unpleasant fucking fact, you want to hop under my comments and tell me that I'm complaining. We know the problem. What's the solution? What's to be done? There's nothing to be done. Yabba yabba jabba. I can't tell you what the fuck needs to be done because my constitutional right to freedom of speech is currently being violated under the guise of fucking community standards. You know what the fuck needs to be done. You see it in France, you see it in Germany, you see it all throughout history. We have a right to peaceful assembly. We have a right to freedom of speech, and we have the constitutional right to bear arms put in place to overthrow oppressive regimes. But you can't figure out what the fuck needs to be done. Huh?
Cost of living in Canada is sick. There is no more cost of living. There is only cost of surviving. My girlfriend and I met for coffees the other day, and she owes a little bit of money to the government, and she was crying to me, saying, I don't know what to do. I'm working 3 jobs. I'm a single mother. Like, I can't afford to live here anymore. So she had a call with the CRA, and the CRA ripped her apart. They said it is unacceptable that you have not maxed out your credit cards to pay us. It is not acceptable that you are paying $1,000 a month in groceries for yourself and your 3 children. You need to cut back. So she said to them, you're telling me that you want me to take the food from my children's mouth to pay your greedy ass, when it's your fault that fucking groceries are astronomically priced right now. We are all in this together.
Well, I was a little reluctant to make this video, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think it might resonate with a lot of people out there. A lot of Americans feeling the same way. And that is, I've decided, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm no longer following the laws of the United States of America. Why are we expected to obey any laws when right here behind me, where we have a wide open southern border, Joe Biden doesn't even follow the laws and has left the border open for 3.5 years, and we have 15 million criminals now in our country? So if Joe Biden and the people who are at the top, Alejandro Mayorkas and all of these scumbags, if they can't follow the laws, then we the people shouldn't be expected to follow the laws either.
Okay, so it's been reported that New York City mayor is planning on giving illegal immigrants a debit card with $10,000 on it. Now this really bothers me because I'm a disabled veteran who fought for my country. I have an implant in my left eye, I have chronic PTSD, I got degenerative disc disease in my back, tinnitus in both ears, hearing loss in one, I'm legally blind in my left eye now, and I have to fight tooth and nail to get anything from the VA as far as disability goes. Right now I'm getting $170 a month, and I've been battling to get the increase and get the money I deserve, but I gotta jump through hoops, I gotta do this, do that, travel 300 miles to go to a CMP exam just to get the money I'm owed. And they're gonna give these illegal immigrants all this money for nothing. You're spitting in the face of the people who fought for this country and the people who built this country, the people who paved the way for this country. This is sad.
The Jews want to kill you. They are poisoning you. They're destroying your nation. They're calling you shit on television and the internet. They're pitting blacks, Chinese, and every other race against you. They're demeaning your children. They're demeaning your grandchildren. They're demeaning all your descendants and all of your ancestors. They are urinating on your culture. They're tearing down your monuments. They're defaming your heroes. The masses have been trained from birth through Holocaust propaganda and smear campaigns to reflexively feel a nauseating revulsion and experience emotional trauma when they are openly confronted with the fact that Jewry are a mortal enemy.
You've been lied to when you were told that there is a special protection of God over Israel. No, there's not. Israel is an antichrist country under the judgment of God, as are all antichrists. You were lied to when you were told that there's a special protection of God over America for blessing Israel. No, no. Look at what's happened since 1948 to the United States. How much blessing has America had since 1948? Our schools, are they better now than they were in 1948? What about our families and our homes and our marriages? Are they better than they were in 1948? What about the spiritual condition of our churches? Are they better now than they were in 1948? What about our economy, our economic situations? Are they better now than they were in 1948? More robust economy, people working, thriving, prosperity, banks are solid now instead of 1948. In every area of discernment of what makes a country stable and strong, we are worse off now than we were in 1948 when we started blessing Israel. No, God isn't blessing America for the way we're blessing Israel. God is cursing America for the way we're blessing Israel. You cannot bless an antichrist entity and expect to have the blessing of the Lord Jesus Christ. You can't. It doesn't make sense.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged to follow ancient Jewish laws which command Jews to kill us all. Jewish leaders are preparing to do to us what they are currently doing to the Palestinians. Judaism is a genocidal plan committed to the destruction of all non-Jewish life. Jewish leaders are following their instructions to the letter, and we are all in imminent danger of extermination. We must stop them, or we will all perish. Were our ancestors unjustified when they defended themselves from Jewish aggression and forcibly prevented Jews from subverting their societies, murdering them and enslaving them, or did they act rationally and morally to protect themselves and their children? Jewry has clearly subverted the United States of America. Will we learn from our ancestors the need to defend ourselves from this existential threat, or will we let Jews destroy us without even attempting to stop them?
הישות הזמנית שלכם יותר חלשה מבורא החביש. אתם תיעלמו ופלסטין תישאר ערבית יקרה לבניה. וההתנגדות עורבת בכל העוצמה מהיכן שלא תדעו.
Is the peace of the graveyard, because the intention also is to reduce the number of people in this world. At the time when the New World Order was enunciated, the population of this world was only 3 billion. The intention was to reduce it to 1 billion. Now the population of the world is 7 billion. There will be a need to kill many billions of people, or to starve them to death, or to prevent them from giving birth, in order to reduce the population of this world.
You go and protest with people that hate Jews because you disagree with the political stance of Israel. You are a terrorist.
Mucha muñeca, porque dada las perezas del otro lado. Yo soy más grande.
Eso es verdad.
Gracias por mí, yo lo hago por ti.
Gracias.
Gracias. La próxima. Gracias. Mañana nos vemos.
Another obscene pornographic book being distributed to children. Up your bum, you have a prostate gland, which feels nice when massaged. The anus is also sensitive and responds to being played with. So after she's giving a tutorial on sexual pleasure, she also instructs kids to be creative when they explore. Now the author is encouraging kids to get online, where they're at most risk for sexual exploitation. Intentionally using these quotes is to encourage kids to go online and meet other adults for sex. I've used Grindr. The advantages are that you can get what you want quickly. The downside is that it's the same people repeatedly, so it can get boring very quickly. The benefits are obvious: quick, easy, and uncomplicated sex. It goes on to say, I've met a lot of interesting people through sex apps, encouraging kids to have transactional, high-risk sexual behavior with adults on an adult website. This isn't just grooming anymore. This is encouraging kids to become sexually active with adults. This is sexual enticement of minors. This is promoting pedophilia. Now the author is giving a blowjob tutorial to the younger audience this book was intended for, saying that it's more about sliding your mouth up and down the shaft of his cock. Want to know a secret? Straight people have anal sex all the time too. Straight men like stuff up their bums just as much as gay ones. Anal sex isn't a gay thing. Women can pleasure each other in a variety of fun ways. The clitoris really does like being licked and kissed. Let's end this with toys and strap-ons. These people are a danger to children.
Eventually, our borders will extend from Lebanon to the Great Desert, which is Saudi Arabia, and then from the Mediterranean to the Euphrates. And who's on the other side of the Euphrates? The Kurds. And the Kurds are our friends. So we have the Mediterranean behind us, the Kurds in front of us, Lebanon, which really needs the umbrella of protection of Israel. And then we're going to take, I believe we're going to take Mecca, Medina, and Mount Sinai and purify those places.
So